Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Not All Dads Are Deadbeats news show. My name is Dave Flook, founder and president of the equal parenting nonprofit organization Not All Dads Are Deadbeats. Today is June 6, 2012. We have a full show, so let's get to it. Do you have a complaint or concern about a public figure, police officer, a lawyer, a judge, CIS worker? Well, if you do, Mr. Vern Beck over at Canada Court Watch has a new solution for you. It's called the Canadian Registry for Public Accountability. You can visit this website by going to www.crpa.ca. The CRPA is a new interactive initiative that encourages registered users to submit feedback and testimonies regarding public workers. Members can also fill out a recommend or do not recommend portion on a feedback form. The CRPA will review and collect statistics on the information submitted to see if patterns emerge which would warrant the pursuit of criminal charges against any individual or organization listed in the registry. Very unique about the CRPA website is that it has a process to have names removed. Any public figure who feels their names on the registry is not warranted can simply fill out an application form to have their names removed from the registry. This application form is reviewed before a 3-member review committee. Here's where it gets good, folks. Should an applicant not be satisfied with the decision of the review committee, then the applicant can apply to have a public hearing before a 6-member committee. Both the applicant and the person who submitted the name to the CRPA registry will be given the opportunity to appear in person and to provide oral and written arguments at the committee hearings. Hearings will be electronically recorded with the hearings, and all hearings will be open to members of the public. One of the goals of the CRPA is to collect some of the most reliable statistics relating to various components of the justice and child protection systems in Canada. The CRPA will ensure reliability of its statistics by verifying the identity of every individual who responds to the surveys in person by phone. No anonymous entries for surveys will be permitted. So if you have a complaint or a concern or a recommendation, visit www.crpa and become active on that website. It's a great initiative, especially in terms of accountability for public figures, where currently there is minimal accountability measures in place, or in the case of CAS, virtually none at all. So thumbs up to Vern Beck and Canada Court Watch for putting this together. So something interesting came across my desk earlier today. There's an article in the Windsor Star from June 6, 2012, this morning. The title is Woman Poses as CAS Worker Removes Child's Clothes. The article goes on to say that Amherstburg Police, Amherstburg is about half an hour south of Windsor, Ontario, they're trying to track down a woman who visited a home posing as a children's aid worker and removed a child's clothes for a so-called inspection. Police said the woman went to a home in the Amherstburg area on April 10th requesting to check on the well-being of a child. She said she was an after-hours emergency caseworker with the Children's Aid Society, investigating a complaint that the parent had burnt her child. The woman took the child's clothes off. After inspecting the child, the woman told the mother that she'd be contacted by her regular caseworker as a follow-up. The parent called the CIS when she didn't hear from the regular caseworker after several days. Children's Aid Society checked their records and canvassed all their staff, but couldn't find the person who did the visit. The woman is said to be about 30 years old with a medium build, long black hair. She had what appears to be CAS credentials. Anyone with information can call the Amherstburg Police at 519-736-8559 and ask for Detective Constable Aaron Chambers. So, where does this get us here? This is why it's important to understand your rights with regards to CAS workers. A lot of people aren't aware that you absolutely do not have to let any CAS worker into your house or apartment unless it's an emergency situation, and in this case I would recommend making sure a police officer is there as well, or if there's a court order in place. And this is outlined in the Child and Family Services Protection Act in Canada and in Ontario. There was a comment that was made in regards to this anonymous CAS worker coming into this woman's house to strip search the child. The comment that was made earlier on the Canada Court Watch message board was, what if it was a CIS worker and it was completely legitimate, but because she, either violated protocol or act unethically, the CIS is washing their hands of it, basically stating that, we have no record of it. What if the records were lost, for example? Have you ever once heard the CIS claiming culpability for anything? I was thinking about this today. I haven't seen one single article from a CIS spokesperson in Ontario stating, hey, we screwed up. We shouldn't have done that. We acted unethically or illegally. Even when they do act unethically or illegally or unlawfully, they never admit it. You ever notice that? This is why it's important to have a third-party oversight. We are petitioning the Ombudsman. There's been dozens and dozens of demonstrations and rallies outside of CAS buildings and courthouses all across Ontario for third-party oversight. Things like this can be thoroughly investigated by the Ombudsman, and it just increases accountability. So it just goes to show. So once again, you do not have to let a CIS worker into your house unless there's a court order or if it's an emergency situation. I saw a video a couple days ago. It was really disturbing to watch. It was painful to watch. A gentleman by the name of Stephen Watkins. He's from Newmarket. He's a Newmarket father. His non-custodial wife apparently took his children, 2 children, and flew to Poland. So she kidnapped the kids, and he's been in a horrible process of trying to get them back. Now he's having difficulties with Poland. They're not allowing the children to come back to Canada, even though he has custody of the children. Here's a video clip from Sun News that outlines this heartbreaking story further.
Stephen Watkins' 2 sons haven't been home since they were kidnapped more than 3 years ago. Coming up, the latest on the Newmarket man's fight to get his sons back.
I'm fighting desperately hard for my children to come home.
A Newmarket man fighting to get his sons back has lost another battle. A court in Poland has ruled the boys should stay in that country with their mother. As Heather Wright tells us, the man's 3-year struggle doesn't end here.
Stephen Watkins hasn't turned off his porch light in more than 3 years. The 2 light bulbs that burn inside represent his 2 sons, who were kidnapped in 2009.
And this light won't go off, and the banner won't go off until they're back home.
Police say Alexander and Christopher Watkins were abducted by their mother, Edita Watkins, and taken to her native Poland after she lost custody of the boys following a bitter divorce.
This is Christopher on his birthday, and Alexander, and this was in 2008.
Next week, Watkins' eldest son, Alexander, will turn 11. Yet another milestone he will miss after a Polish court dismissed his latest appeal to bring his boys home, despite outstanding Canada-wide and Interpol arrest warrants.
And it's so frustrating to be in a situation where your children have been missing, you find them, and then, another court system in the land says, well, no, they're not coming home, and they're totally disregarding any of the treaties.
The courts say the boys should stay in Poland because they have adapted to their life there, but Watkins fears for their safety. He says he was awarded sole custody in 2009 because his ex-wife had been abusing the children. Watkins has been working with police and foreign affairs, but now he is asking politicians to get involved because Poland is violating numerous international treaties.
In this case, I feel that Poland has been non-compliant for years. It's been documented in reports for years, and now we need to put a stop to this.
Watkins is awaiting a written explanation as to why his appeal was dismissed. That's expected in the next few weeks. In the meantime, he is exploring all other legal avenues and has not ruled out taking his fight all the way to the European Union courts. Heather Wright, CTV News, Newmarket.
There has been a Facebook page and a website set up for this. You can go to www.facebook.com/watkins.missing.children for more information or to offer your support. All the best to Mr. Watkins. We're all behind you on this one. So in Not All Dads Are Deadbeats news, let me think, what do we have going on? There's been some posters uploaded to the website. I think there's about 6 variations on posters. These are print-ready 8.5 by 11 full color 300 DPI posters that you can print and post up in your neighborhood. They also have pull tags at the bottom as well. I find they're extremely effective. It was really rewarding. I put some up in London a couple years ago, and I think I put up about maybe 50 of them, and it was really cool to see the pull tags, being used and people actually calling, and we had an increase of emails and members to Not All Dads Are Deadbeats. So it certainly does help to get the word out. So far, from what I gather, there's been about 1,000 posters that have been distributed in various locations across America and Canada. So if you can, get these printed up and distribute them. The other thing as well is that if you have issues with printing them up, you can always call a local print shop and ask for a donation to Not All Dads Are Deadbeats. Explain that we're a nonprofit organization fighting for equal parenting and to raise awareness in matters of family court. And see if they can do a quick donation. A run of 500 or 1,000 really doesn't cost them that much if it's black and white. If you need me to call them, send me an email and I'll give them a call and I'll get in contact with them. Or you can refer them to the website, notalldadsardeadbeats.com. My email is info@notalldadsardeadbeats.com. So it'd be nice to see some posters. If you do put up posters, take pictures of the posters so we can post those pictures on the website to show active participation. The other thing as well is participation in Not All Dads Are Deadbeats. Now, I've been really behind on a lot of things. Right now, it's pretty much a one-man show, as it turns out. I've been slowly compiling a list of jobs at Not All Dads Are Deadbeats, and this ranges from anywhere from bloggers to people helping out with the news broadcasts, podcasts, etc. My goal is to find out what you like and what you enjoy and try to work that into the Not All Dads Are Deadbeats jobs. So if you like video, then please help me out with this Not All Dads Are Deadbeats news show. If you're a graphic designer, we could certainly use ads and banners and graphic design stuff, if you will. Any help is appreciated. I'm also looking right now for a couple admins. I would ideally like to put together some form of a committee to oversee the whole Not All Dads Are Deadbeats organization. Some future goals that I have for Not All Dads Are Deadbeats includes putting together chapters, so you'd be able to start up a local chapter in your neighborhood, state, province, etc. Increasing the support foundation on the website. At one point we did have a live chat support with agents standing by, and that was really successful. Unfortunately, it was extremely time consuming for everybody involved. We just didn't have enough hands on deck. But it was a great feature, and I'd really like to bring it back. If you look at the website, it's in the one of the top banners there. It says that live chat is being revamped. Not All Dads Are Deadbeats was the first, and as far as I know, one of the only organizations, equal parenting organizations, to have this kind of live chat where if you need immediate assistance or immediate help, you can just click on one button and it will connect you to a live chat agent. The program I use is really good. I can set up agents all across the world and direct incoming requests to specific agents based on their expertise. So it's a great system, and I'd really like to get that back up and going. If anybody wants to help out with that, I'll accept any offers. So Father's Day is coming up soon, and I'd like to do something for Father's Day. So please submit any ideas or suggestions. We could do a draw, giveaway. We could basically do anything, really. Right now I don't have a lot of money, so just keep that in mind. But we could do something fun. I want to do something interesting and exciting, and maybe a campaign perhaps. So any ideas or suggestions, send them on in. So once again, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has been participating and who are active on both the Facebook page and notalldadsardeadbeats.com. get familiar with notaldadsorddeadbeats.com if you can. I'm going to be posting more information on notaldadsorddeadbeats.com than on Facebook for a couple reasons. The main reason right now is Facebook is implementing a new policy of charging for posts. Previous to them charging for them, if I was to post something on the Not All Dads or Deadbeats Facebook page, it would reach pretty much 100% of all members who liked the page. And right now we're over 6,200, I think. But now with their new promote feature, you actually have to pay. So they're limiting page views. Even if you like the page, you might not get updates. You might not get status reports. You might not get, latest news and stuff like that. So I'm kind of shying away from Facebook to some degree. I'm putting the emphasis back on the website. We have a full feature-rich website that you can visit. It has a social media component on it. It has everything that you can do on Facebook on the website, and we'd reach 100% of anybody who signs up. So join the website. If nothing else, just register to the website. It takes 5 minutes, not even, and then you're included in any blast emails that I send out. I don't send them out regularly, but I will be starting to do that as we pick up campaigns and as we start gearing things up here at Not All Dads or Deadbeats. So, in conclusion, as Friedrich Nietzsche once said, that which does not kill us makes us stronger. And as I say, anyone who opposes us, and you know exactly who you are, all I say is people like you just fuel my fire, and keep it up. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the second Not All Dads or Deadbeats broadcast. Thank you for getting through this far. I look forward to talking to you again next week. As mentioned, really quickly, once more in closing, if anybody wants to submit their own news broadcast, news clip, or a podcast to this video, I'll absolutely put it on. So if you want to film yourself talking about an issue, if you want to interview somebody, if you want to do an investigation, if you want to make a report on a story you heard, by all means, send it in, and you can be a correspondent for the Not All Dads or Deadbeats show. So please visit notaldadsorddeadbeats.com, and I will see you again next week. Thank you very much.